Kenya's former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, has died at age 80. He held the office from 2008 to 2013. Odinga's work as a pro-democracy activist led to important political reforms, including multi-party democracy and a new constitution. CNN's Larry Madowo is live in Nairobi for us for more on Odinga's life and legacy. Larry.
Brian, Kenya is in mourning, Africa is in mourning at the death of a towering statesman, one of the most recognizable African political figures of his generation. And that is no mean feat, considering he was never the president of Kenya. He contested 5 times for the presidency, lost 5 times, sometimes in controversial circumstances. And he is a man who was both loved and feared. Many Kenyan presidents ran against him only to turn around and do a deal with him because his word could plunge the country into chaos or end it in one day. And right now, that man, Raila Odinga, dead at 80, and people are on the streets all around the country, from here, the capital of Nairobi, into other parts of the country, mourning this man who helped usher Kenya into multi-party democracy in 1991 and once again bring a progressive constitution in 2010. His legacy will be a long list of the ways that he's supported democracy, not just here in Kenya, but across the continent. And that's why you see this outpouring of grief in the country and being eulogized by global leaders, from Narendra Modi to the African Union chairperson, all talking about his democratic credentials and his support for the self-determination of the African people. That is why so many Kenyans are right now in mourning, thinking about everything he contributed to the country and what he leaves behind and the future of the political scene in the country that he was such a key part of. He ran again in 2022 against President William Ruto. He lost that election and then came around and did a deal that supported President Ruto's coalition and has some of his own supporters in the presidential, in the cabinet right now. And that's why this is such an important, towering figure of African politics, Brian.
Larry Madowo in Nairobi for us. Larry, thank you.